Nam mô Bổn Sư Thích Ca Mâu Ni Phật. Nam mô Bổn Sư Thích Ca Mâu Ni Phật. Nam mô Bổn Sư Thích Ca Mâu Ni Phật. Sa thu sa thu sa thu. A Di Đà Phật, A Di Đà Phật, A Di Đà Phật. Amita Phật. Sorry guys, the last conversation we were talking about, I had to go. I had a phone call. I had to take a phone call. I had to take a personal phone call, and that's why I kind of had an abrupt leave. That is one of the things about being in a different time zone that is kind of troublesome, because sometimes you're up and it's daytime in America, and when you're asleep here, it is nighttime there, vice versa. The times kind of get messed up, so it's okay though. But I did have to come back, and today we're talking about a topic which is breaking free from fear and illusions, so we can be more productive in our Dharma life and just our lives in general. Breaking free from fear, delusions of the mind, and thoughts that are caused by progression. You know, the fear of your own progression, man. It is real that sometimes we will self-sabotage ourselves when we are doing better. That we just don't believe that we're able to do something when we actually do it. And when you conquer that mountain that you've been climbing, it feels so good, and you can't think of any other. You just can't believe that you've been prolonging something that was maybe so easy, but you had in your mind that you couldn't do it. So we were talking about the topic earlier about not believing the false images inside of our mind, because they're damaging. They put you in a box where you can't live. Not only you can't live, you have to put on a fake persona. You have to put on a fake character. If you want to live, you have to fake like these problems are not there. For those of you who are just tuning in, my name is Bhante Panya, also known as Jihui Fasu or Jihui. I'm a Buddhist monk for about 10 years now, living in Southeast Asia, Thailand, Cambodia, Taiwan, Vietnam, and I've been living in Asia for 10 years, practicing meditation, mindfulness, vipassana, and just the art of wholesome living inside of monasteries, different monasteries in the forests, and in different settings, and trying to live a wholesome life under the precepts of Buddhism. As a practicing full-blown monk, a full higher ordained monk here. And it's actually been a really wonderful and beautiful experience, and I think that it came right at a good time in my life where I really needed something solid to depend on. I really needed something solid like this to depend on, and I'm glad I made this decision to become a monk. It completely did help my life. It helped me see through the illusions my mind was playing on replay in my life. Matter of fact, there are some things I wanted to talk about, which is about the prison mind that we want to escape from. Some of us from our previous religious upbringing, we think that we need to stay in this prison mind, this mind that is a sinning mind. We need to stay there because that's what we deserve, because we're sinners. We deserve to stay in this mindset because we are not worthy to have such a blessing of changing our lives. But that's nothing more than a Western version of the perverted system of karma that was in the time of the Buddha, that was prevalent and privy to the caste systems. If you're from a low caste, you had bad karma, and there's nothing you could do to change it. But that's not the truth that the Buddha came up with. That's not the truth that the Buddha taught at all. The Buddha said that the mind precedes all phenomena. The mind is the chief. Everything is made up by the mind. Everything begins there. Before there is success or fame, before there's courage or fear, there is first thought. The thought becomes repeated. Repetition becomes a habit. Your habit becomes your identity. And the identity becomes your prison. Many people never escape because they stop questioning the walls that they have built for themselves. The walls that you built for yourselves are based on fear. Fear that you're going to fail. But your fear of failing is stronger than your fear of failing is stronger than your desire to win, to be a winner. You don't want to win? Of course you do. You have ideas that you want to win. Well, focus on winning, not failing. You don't have time to do that. There's too many people in the world. There's too many people in the world that can focus on failing for you. Let them think about the failing for you. You just focus on winning. And be around other people who want to focus with you to help you focus on your winning as well. It's extremely important that you be around people who are going to mirror and magnify your desire to do and be better. Do you understand? That's really important and vital for your success. And I'm not saying that because I know it all. I'm saying that because I have been a failure because of my own lack to put these steps into practice for whatever reason. Being with the wrong people that are amplifying my fears to win. This morning, we're having a conversation about the same topic. And this is a kind of a continuation of the topic we're talking about this morning, which is letting fear override our systems so we can't change. And because of that, we are not able to overcome and be prosperous. Because of these illusions in the mind, the delusions in the mind, they stop you from being progressive. They stop you from your creative identity. Your identity will being creative, They stop you from motivation. They stop you from using your mind to create ways to win. They cut them all off, and that's what we want to have ideas where we're always at a way to see that there is windows and doors all around the walls that we have provided for ourselves. There's windows and open doors all over. There's doors of opportunity. There's windows of opportunity each way we turn. But if you feel defeated, there's no windows and there's no doors. You just have walls. And that's what we don't want. And a lot of these fears don't just show up and be like, hey, look, I'm scary. To understand, a lot of fears that we have to overcome and be powerful against ourselves, they don't show up and just be like something scary is going to happen. They come up subtle because they come up as a prime projection of fear. You wouldn't believe it because it is just too wild, far-fetched. They come subtly. So they'll come as comfort, laziness, discouragement. They whisper things like, hey, stay where it's comfortable. You're comfortable here. Why would you want to trade in your comfort for uncomfortability? Do you understand? So it's not going to be like, hey, you're going to get in trouble, or your loved ones are going to leave you, or you're going to fail and you're going to have to go back to your mom's house, or you're going to fail and people laugh at you. It says things like, hey, we're comfortable. Don't need to change. Don't rock the boat if it's not rocking itself. And remember, comfort is the death of motivation. Comfort is the death of all motivation. You can wait another year. Wait until next week. You're not ready. Do some more training. Do meditation. And sometimes the suggestions that your fear mind, the suggestions that it uses is not the thing that is unwholesome. They will use wholesome acts for you to boggle you down. They will use wholesome whispers for you not to go further. Take another meditation course. How about instead of trying to do what you really want to do, work on some chanting. You could still work on some chanting. Work on some language. Work on learning how to do ceremonies. Why don't you? Do you understand? So the whispers don't always come with something scary. They just try to sidetrack you. But what they're doing is low-key trying to pull you off the path and make you complacent. Someone else can do it and you just go when it's ready. You're not ready to complete it all, are you? You're not good enough. You don't have the money. You don't have the funds. You don't have the people. Well, how do you know what you don't have if you don't even take the first steps? Step at a time, and don't think about the goal, just think about the step one. That is how you break your illusion. You do the first step. Stop thinking about the last stage of what needs to be done. You're not even there yet. Just think about what you need to do right now. The first thing you need to do is get out of your bed, make your bed, take a shower, put your clothes on, meditate or whatever you do, and get out the door, go to your job, do your exercise. Get these things, get your routine in order. Get your routine down. You can't do the thing that you are trying to put forward if you're living in a state of chaos. So get your routine down. Your routine is going to help you. Your routine isn't there to destroy you. Your routine is there to let you know what you got to do. And listen to your mind. Listen to your mind. You have to listen to your mind and listen to what it's trying to feed you. What is your mind really trying to feed you? Listen to the offers it is trying to tell you, offers it is giving you. Sometimes you can see Mara, the distracting one. We say Mara, some call it Shaitan, some call it Satan. You can see him, her, it, whispering in your mind. And when you're good enough at self-mastery, you can be like, oh yeah, I knew that was you. I was waiting for you to have these silly suggestions about how I can get better, because you yourself can't get better yourself. So I was waiting for you to come with your self-doubt, and you can spot them as soon as their voice is present inside your mind. You are your own refuge. The Buddha says that you, your own refuge, no one is coming to save you. You, your own savior. No one is coming to save you. You have to save you. But you have to want to save you. Stop listening to stupid TV shows. Put the Marvel comic book religious philosophies down. The sky is not going to open up for you. There's nobody coming to save you. You are your own Christ. You are your own Buddha. You are your own Messiah. You have to save you. No one is going to hurdle you up like lambs, sheep, house pets, and load you into a boat or load you into the car or load you into the airplane to safety. You're going to have to wake up. You're going to have to put your clothes on, and you're going to have to start your own engine in your car. You're going to have to walk onto the airplane. You're going to have to walk onto the boat. Do you understand? That's the reality. You are your own savior, so save you. Stop waiting for somebody else to do the job that you can do by yourself. Don't be comfortable. My problem, which I figured out that I got too comfortable and I gained a bunch of weight. I got so comfortable that my practice even started to slip because I start to get too comfortable in my life. I'm telling you the truth, man. Even as a Buddhist monk, I'm telling you, I got too comfortable. My conditions were so good that my practice went downhill. I'm not afraid to admit it. And I'm telling you this because I don't want you to be the same way. And it is a mistake that I'm learning from. And therefore, I'm going to be real with you. Buddhist life is not just you're sitting in the temple humming and meditating away and life just continues and you're just going to reach Nibbana or enlightenment. You go through situations in your practice. You go through situations in your life. Now the thing is, the Buddha never said that comfort is evil in itself. He warned us against attachments. And these are attachments that cause you to fail in your morality, your thought, and your actions from doing good deeds and actions. He warned us against these type of attachments they call tanha in Pali language. Comfort becomes dangerous when it stops movement. Do you understand? Comfort becomes really dangerous when it stops your movement, stops you from doing what is good. A bird is safe inside an egg, but if it never breaks the shell becomes its coffin. The very thing that once protected you eventually prevents you from living. Many of us make this mistake. We mistake the shell for the home. The shell is not your home. It protects you from a small bit. Then you're going to go out into the world. You find out the world is your home. The monastery is just like that. The monastery is just a shell. But the world is your home. The world is your battleground to put forth the practice and the art of developing wisdom, morality, and developing wisdom, perfection and morality, and your concentration. The development of the paramitas, the 6 paramis, or the 6 generosities. Kindness, compassion, forbearance, generosity. Maybe I'll talk about those too, but I don't want to go too far off. We're still talking about delusions of the mind and how to get rid of them. But going back to the statement, we're saying that the shell that you used to live in, small bird, right? The shell which you live in is a place that you get the supplements needed so you can go out into the world. So the monastery is like your shell. It's a place where you go to learn the basics or what is needed to take you out into the real world to apply the Dharma. Do you understand? You come to the monastery to develop yourself. And I see it all the time, and I can't disagree more than people coming to the monastery to run away from the world. Why would you come to the monastery to run away from the world when the real world is outside? You only use the monastery to practice and recharge your battery to go back out there and fight the good fight, to establish the Dhamma on the world. Yo, Brother Kevin. You see I done changed the background. Was I lying? Yeah, that's for you, bro. I changed the whole background because of you. I changed the whole background, the whole setting. Thank you. Good luck. This is for you right here. So, fighting the mind from delusions is top priority. And sometimes the delusions that the mind is having you chase after, instead of winning and reaching your goals, it tells you to chase after things that bring you temporary happiness. I'm gonna go buy me a new pair of shoes. I'm gonna go get me a new broad. I'm gonna go get me a new car. I'm gonna go get me some a new pair of pants and some shoes. I'm gonna go out and pop some bottles. These are distractions, and they are one of the biggest distractions that people seem to not realize. I'm gonna go get me a new boyfriend. I'm gonna go get me a new girlfriend. I'm gonna go get me more than one girlfriend. These are distractions, and they're out to kill you. They are out there to make you fail. Why are my lips this dry? I don't even know. Brother needs some lip balm because I'm out here feeling it. Dang, my man out here got them super chapped lips. I should have some around here somewhere. I'm gonna have to start carrying some lip balm around me somewhere because I can't be out here looking like this, man. It ain't no good. Ain't even right. Projections of the mind, they come in so many different forms. And I say this from just, from full experience. This isn't like I'm just telling you, making this stuff up. The Buddha himself identified 5 great obstacles that imprison the mind. The first of the obstacle is your sensual desire. Your sensual desire, wanting, craving after things that make you feel good, is one of the things that help imprison your mind. And if you do have a lot of sensual desire and cravings and wanting for materialistic items, you're also going to have a lot of feelings for something called ill will. Ill will or anger. Ill will, anger, and spite. Ill will, anger, spite, jealousy, envy, these type of sicknesses are going to follow forth. Because what happens is, because your desire for wanting materialistic things are so unchecked and untamed, when somebody else has them, or you see somebody with them, or somebody buys them, and you're not, you start to feel some type of feelings about them because they have them and you don't. And if you have ill will, anger, jealousy, these things that burn your heart, okay, that's 2. If those things are inside your system that burn your heart, guess what else you have? You have lethargy, which means you have a lot of fatigue, sleepy, and tiredness. Why? Because you've been running around trying to feed sensual desires, burning up your fuel and energy, being angry and frustrated, trying to get the things that you want, or being tired, running after, trying to chase after things, makes you sleepy, makes you tired, you get fatigue. Burning your system out, you be burnt out. Why are you all burnt out also? These are not really in order, but why are you also burnt out? Because you're restless, you're worried. You're in a state of restlessness. You can't relax. Your mind is only thinking about chasing after the things you hate, pushing away the things you hate, and craving after the things that you desire. You can't rest, you can't relax. Every time you sit down, you're thinking about how I can get this, how I can get that. I want to retaliate against them or that. I can't wait to pay them back. This is mine, this is theirs. So restlessness stops you from being able to calm down. And last but not least, doubt that you're able to conquer the task. Self-doubt is real. The Buddha said it directly. He said doubt is one of the things that stops you from being stable. Stops the mind from being stable. I don't think I can do it. I don't think I deserve it. I don't think I know anybody. I don't think I'm good enough. I don't think people love me. I don't think people will love the message that I got. I don't think I'm good enough to be who I really want to be. I don't think people are going to like me. 5 hindrances of the practitioner of meditation and mindfulness are wholesomeness. Wanting, cravings, and desire, hot, ill-tempered heart, fatigue and restlessness, laziness, restlessness and worry, and last but not least is doubt. These are the things that we don't want to entertain ourselves with. And if you notice, if you got one of those, if you got 2 of them, then you have all 5. And you got to work on that. But they can't be worked on unless you sit within yourself and get in there, get deep, and see what's going on inside your mind. What are the repetitious thoughts that you constantly have inside your mind over and over all the time? Where do they fit within the 5 skandhas, the 5 khandhas? Where do they fit? Inside the 5 hindrances. And remember, the thing that we're talking about, okay? All the 5 hindrances, they're all internal. They're not even external. You haven't even gone external. These are talking about fighting in your own mind. Your mind is out of control. Things are out of control are causing it. The things that are out of your control are causing it. You sure are right there, Brother Kevin, for real. Out of sight, out of mind, all these things are out of your control. But what you can control is your thoughts and your craving. Is it worth you destroying yourself for these delusions of the mind? All coming from craving, all coming from wanting, all coming from grasping and clasping after something. But if you were to just drop it and be like, I don't want that crap no more, I don't have a desire for it, you'd have freedom. You'd have more space to love you and love being with you instead of putting you through the motions. It is also worth to note, maybe it's the way that you're going about the things that you want to get done in your life that are causing you a lot of pain and misfortune. You can pick a different way and a different approach to how you go about getting the things that you want done in your life. You don't have to break through the wall. You can use the door. You can climb through the window. If you're skinny enough, you might even be able to go through the chimney. But you don't need to bust through the wall like the Kool-Aid man just to get what you want, cracking yourself up. No, you don't need to do that. Try a different approach. And if the different approach doesn't work, wait some time and go back and get it later. Remember, things are always going to be readily available, and things become old and new real quick. Things become old and new real quick. You don't need to have something right now. You can wait. You can take your time. Doesn't mean that you quit. It means you strategize. Use a different technique. Use a different strategy. One of the things that the Buddha said that was really interesting, that is very wise and shows you the insight, the depth of the insight of the Buddha. He said, "O house builder, you are seen. I see you, O house builder, and you shall never build a house ever again." And they questioned the Buddha, "What do you mean by the house builder?" He said, "Cravings, ignorance, delusion, every lifetime, every life cycle, craving built another house called me. This I, this me, this ego, this self." And the Buddha finally recognized who the builder was. And once he recognized the builder, the prisons began to collapse. Because once you really find out who the ego is, all the walls of the prison, they break. You find out it's just like the Wizard of Oz. Behind the screen was nothing but a little pee-wee person screaming, making himself big, making himself important, but it was nothing but just a little peon. Nothing at all. Something that wasn't worth catering to. Something that wasn't worth listening to. Something that wasn't worth you running and risking your life to please it, when all it did was disrespect what you really need for temporary gratitude and pleasures of that moment. Finding out what's the difference between want and need are really important in your life. If you find out what you need, you don't care about what you want because you have what you need. You got to be careful what you want. You have to appreciate and respect with wisdom what you need. All right, that is 32 minutes of me talking with dry lips. I'm going to put some Vaseline on my lips and go drink some water and get ready for bed because it is evening time here in Vietnam. And ain't nobody even online, man. There's like one person. There's like one person online right now. And, oh, maybe there's two people online. There's two people online right now. And nobody seems to be asking questions. I think everybody's busy right now. I wanted to come online to see at what times I can catch people at. What times I can catch people at so we can have a conversation. Got to build up the live. Yeah, you're right. This is actually another reason why I came online, because I wanted to build up the live, the YouTube live. I didn't like TikTok. TikTok censors everything. I can damn near even hum. I can hum a song and they'll try to ban my live script, my TikTok, because I hummed a song. So telling me that's banned material, or it's copyright because I hummed a song. I don't have time for that. And if you try to talk on TikTok, they'll censor you for. You can't even talk on TikTok, basically. And Facebook, nobody's watching that. That's dead. Facebook is gone. So it is what it is, people. If I've said anything that goes against the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha, or the Bodhisattva way of life, what I do wish that you could do for me is forget everything that I've said that goes against the Dharma, goes against the Buddha, and goes against the way of the meditation masters, and revert back to the text, revert back to the scholars of meditation, the scholars of the Dhamma. I'm just a Buddhist monk, but I tell you from my experiences with the Dharma, and they're subject to change depending on the information that I get and come up with. So with that being said, I'm gonna let you guys get some rest. Yo, the Dhammapada is a book that you should always have. It's small enough you can keep a pocket-sized Dhammapada in your book. It's like a poetic style teachings about the wisdoms of what the Buddha said. It's awesome. They even got like an audio version you can find on YouTube. Upload that and keep that in your keep that in your phone or something like that and listen to it. It's really worth it, man. It's a beautiful thing that'll help you improve your wisdom and knowing and accepting and seeing the truth for what it really is. All right, I'm out of here. Let me get some water. Kevin, I hope to see you on here again, my man. You stay blessed, man. You always got a place out here in Vietnam if you come back. All right, my man. I'll catch you later. Satu, satu, satu. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Amita Pho.